Hi everyone! Today I'm here to show you guys another project that you can do with my April art kit, and this is a bouquet of flowers, paper bouquet of flowers. Alright, so this is an example that I made, and there's several steps to today's project, so let's start with step number 1. So inside of your kit you guys are going to find a bunch of different colors of construction paper. As you can see, I've already started to cut some of mine out. I'm going to pick one piece of paper today to be the biggest part of my bouquet, which is this big piece of paper that all of the flowers are going to go inside of. The rest of the pieces of paper I can use to create the rest of the flowers for my bouquet. I'm going to go with green for my bouquet today. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you guys could decorate this. You could use markers, you could use paint. The things from my kit that I want to use today are the green paint that comes in this little container, acrylic paint, and my little circle sponge. Everyone gets a sponge inside of their container. The cool thing about these is that they'll leave a perfectly circular print, just like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up, take my little daughter, dip, 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 and get some paint. The permanent marker from inside of my kit to add some extra details. I do have to be careful that I'm not going to draw on any of the wet paint, as that can ruin my permanent marker. Instead, I'm going to make designs in the other spaces where my paint isn't. Alright, I'm liking how this is looking. Of course, as soon as I'm done with my decorations, I'm going to have to give this a little bit of time to dry before I can roll it up into my bouquet. Luckily, I have one that's dry and ready to go. So when your paint is dry and you're ready to roll it up into a bouquet, you might want one of two things. Either a stapler to staple it together, or a roll of tape so that you can tape them together. Okay, I'm going to use my stapler today, and the way to roll it up is to start on one of the corners here, and I'm going to roll a nice tight spiral all the way across, like that. Okay, just like a little cone. And this is the place now where those two pieces of paper come together, and I'm going to add a little staple to make sure it stays shut. Voila! So now that I've got my bouquet ready, I can start to think about my flowers. So there's a lot of different ways that you guys can make flowers for your bouquets. You're going to find inside of your kit some green pipe cleaners, and what I did with my green pipe cleaners was actually cut them in half, so now I have a lot more pipe cleaners that are about half the size. These work perfectly for stems for my flowers. A hole punch is going to work really well for making a hole inside of your paper that you can add your pipe cleaner to. Or, like I said before, tape also works if you want to just tape it onto the back. So something I might do is decide what color flower I want. I think I'm going to make a blue one today. And with a pair of scissors, I'll cut out the shape of a flower that I want. Save my scraps in case I want to use it for something else. Let's say maybe I want to make another tulip. So I'm going to cut off any of the extra pieces. Oops, that was my flower. Cut out little triangles to make the top of my flower. Voila! This is where I would use my hole punch to make a hole in the very bottom. And then I take one of those pipe cleaners, place it through the hole, and fold it back on itself, and twist those two pieces together so they stay. Okay, so that's the first kind of flower. Super easy, super straightforward. The next kind is to use a sticker. Oops. The next kind is to use a sticker for your flower. So this time I'm going to take a different piece of paper, maybe purple, and I'm going to place my stickers on first. So I peel the back off, add one, peel the back off of another one, two, and now I will take a pair of scissors and cut around these. This gives the flower extra layers to it. That looks really interesting. There's one, and we'll do two of these. And you don't have to cut a perfect circle. You can always cut different shapes if you want to, like petals, zigzags. Okay. And for these ones, since I don't really have enough space to poke a hole, this is where I'm going to put tape on the back. So I'll pick out my next two stems, 1, 2. Take a piece of masking tape and add my stems to the back. 1 and 2. Ta-da! So you guys can go along and make as many flowers as you think you want. Some of the very final steps for your flowers are to grab your tiny bag of cool beads. I've already been using a bunch of my beads, so mine are almost gone. But with these, we can decorate our stems to make them a little bit more fancy. I'm gonna dump mine out here and see what I've got. And then from here, you can practice stringing them on your pipe cleaners. 1. Maybe the pink one will get pink beads. 2. All right, these look super awesome. So you guys can take your time, make as many flowers as you want to. As you can see on my first bouquet, I made several different flowers. When you're totally done and you're ready to put it all together, you're gonna take that same bouquet that you made earlier and tuck your flowers inside. Not a bad idea if you think they might fall out, is to take a little piece of tape and actually press them into the inside of your bouquet. I might take a piece here, rip it off, and then this will help them stay in place. One piece, two pieces. Maybe I want this one to be a little bit taller. And 3. Ta-da! Alright, you guys, have fun decorating your bouquets, and I hope you can find someone that you can give your bouquet to.